Carlos buys the new car. It's a very expensive car. It's a huge, blue, fast car. While driving down the street, Carlos sees a girl on a bicycle. She has long blonde hair and is beautiful. He yells to her, "What's up?" She ignores him. He yells, "How's this going?" She keeps going and ignores him. He yells, "Hey, why won't you talk to me? I want to go to dinner with you. I will take you to an expensive restaurant." The girl turns, gets off the bike, and looks at him. She says, "I don't want to go to dinner, but if you give me your car, I will give you a surprise." Carlos says, "Okay." He jumps out of the car. He gives her the keys and says, "Here are the keys." The beautiful blonde takes the keys and then kisses Carlos on the cheek. Then she jumps into the car and drives away. Carlos stands on the sidewalk. Now he has no car and no girl. He says, "That's it? Just a kiss on the cheek?" He gets on her bike and drives home. Passion and persistence. There is a penguin. His name is Oliver. Oliver lives in the San Francisco Zoo. Actually, he is quite famous in the San Francisco Zoo. However, he has a problem. He wants he wants to surf. Every night he dreams about surfing. He tries to practice surfing in a pool, but of course, there are no waves in the pool. He escapes the zoo and goes to Hawaii. In Hawaii, he finds a coach. The coach's name is Sammy Hagar. Oliver and Sammy go into the water to practice. Well, poor Oliver falls and fails, falls and fails. He falls and he fails again and again and again. Sammy just laughs at him. Poor Oliver. Every day, Oliver falls and fails, and every day Sammy laughs and laughs and laughs. Well, finally, Oliver quits. Oliver quits surfing, goes home and gets drunk, drunk. However, Oliver has a dream. Of course, he dreams about surfing because surfing is his passion. He decides to get a new coach and try again. Kelly Slater is Oliver's new coach. Kelly and Oliver go into the water, into the waves and practice again. He falls and fails again and again and again. So Kelly encouraged Oliver to keep going, to have passion and persistence. He, tell, he tells Oliver the secret to success is passion plus persistence. So Oliver continues practicing again and again and again for 6 months. And after 6 months, he finally succeeds and he rides away. And 1 year after that, Oliver becomes the world surfing champion. Go.
There are two friends, Antonia and Ray.
There are two friends, Antonia and Ray.
Antonia is a girl and Ray is a boy.
Antonia is a girl and Ray is a boy.
Antonia and Ray have the same dream.
Antonia and Ray have the same dream.
Their dream is to become famous and successful speakers.
Their dream is to become famous and successful speakers.
Both Antonia and Ray dream of speaking to big, excited audiences.
Both Antonia and Ray dream of speaking to big, excited audience.
They also both share the same problem.
They also both share the same problem.
Well, their problem is they are both terrible English speakers.
Their problem is they are both terrible English speakers.
They both decide they will become famous and successful speakers.
They both decide they will become famous and successful speakers.
However, they each do different things to reach their dream.
However, they each do different things to reach their dream.
Antonio decides to set small goals.
Antonia decides to set small goals.
She realizes she needs to set several small goals to reach her big dream.
She realizes she needs to set several small goals to reach her big dream.
Ray doesn't set any goals, only his big dream.
Ray doesn't set any goals, only has a big dream.
Ray daydreams every day.
Ray daydream every day.
He imagines speaking to big audiences.
He imagines speaking to big audience.
Every day he daydreams.
Every day he daydreams.
Antonia decides she first needs to improve her English listening. So she listens to English for 3 hours every day.
Antonia decides she first needs to improve her English listening. So she listens to English for 3 hours every day.
And after about 4 months, her listening improves a lot.
Her listening improves a lot.
She achieves her first goal.
She achieves her first goal.
After accomplishing her first goal,
After accomplishing her first goal,
Antonia sets a new goal.
Antonia sets a new goal.
Antonia's second goal is to improve her speaking and pronunciation.
Antonia's second goal is to improve her speaking and pronunciation.
Every day she imitates AJ.
Every day she imitates AJ.
She listens to AJ, pauses, and then imitates his speaking.
She listens to AJ, pauses, and then imitates his speaking.
Well, she copies his pronunciation.
She copies his pronunciation.
She copies his rhythm.
She copies his rhythm.
She copies his tone.
She copies his tone.
She copies everything about his pronunciation.
She copies everything about his pronunciation.
It takes her 4 more months to improve her speaking and pronunciation.
It takes her 4 more months to improve her speaking and pronunciation.
Ray tells everyone, I will be a famous speaker.
Ray tells everyone, I will be a famous speaker.
Ray doesn't have a goal.
Ray doesn't have a goal.
He just talks. He just says, I will be a famous speaker.
He just talks. He just says, I will be a famous speaker.
Antonia, her third goal is to overcome her fear of speaking to groups.
Antonia, her third goal is to overcome her fear of speaking to groups.
Ray is also afraid of speaking to groups.
Ray is also afraid of speaking to groups.
They are both afraid of speaking to groups.
They are both afraid of speaking to groups.
Antonia sets a goal to overcome her fear of public speaking.
Antonia sets a goal to overcome her fear of public speaking.
Ray doesn't set a goal to overcome his fear.
Ray doesn't set a goal to overcome his fear.
Antonia joins a public speaking course and practices every day.
Antonia joins a public speaking course and practices every day.
Ray just continues to daydream.
Ray just continues to daydream.
It takes Antonia 3 more months to achieve her third goal.
It takes Antonia 3 more months to achieve her third goal.
After 3 more months, she overcomes her fear of public speaking.
After 3 more months, she overcomes her fear of public speaking.
What's the next goal?
What's the next goal?
Well, Antonia's fourth goal is to speak to small groups.
Antonia's fourth goal is to speak to small groups.
She decides she needs to practice and speak to small groups first.
She decides she needs to practice and speak to small groups first.
So every week, she gives a speech to a small group of people.
She gives a speech to a small group of people.
Ray just keeps daydreaming. He just keeps on daydreaming every day.
Ray just keeps daydreaming. He just keeps on daydreaming every day.
Finally, Antonia sets her final goal. The big one.
Finally, Antonia sets her final goal, the big one.
The dream. To speak to a huge group of excited people.
The dream to speak to a huge group of excited people.
And after 3 more months,
she
finally speaks to 5,000 people.
She finally speaks to 5,000 people.
People interested and excited in Antonia.
People interested in and excited in Antonia.
Ray gives up.
Ray gives up.
Ray quits.
Ray quits.
Ray says, it's impossible. I'll never do Antonia become.
Ray says, it's impossible. I never do it.
A famous and successful professional speaker.
Antonia becomes a famous and successful speaker.